I just want to get on here and quickly talk to you today about a video I'm watching. Vince launching wrestling company on Fox. WWE star gone from WWE by a dude named Ongo, Ango. And I just want to say this. I want to say Carmella's gone from WWE, said she's not re signing. And I'm sorry, I don't care at all because there's nothing about a Carmella that gets me excited. Okay? Her character's never been good. She's never done anything in the ring that says, wow, it's Carmella. Best thing she's ever been involved with was Enzo and Cass. And once Enzo left the WWE, her purpose was well gone. Um, Now, again, Carmella is or was the blonde that people thought was pretty with the big snavenses hanging out. Well, Tiffany Stratton fills that role now, and Tiffany Stratton is a lot better in the ring. Seems like a lot nicer, better person because her and Big Cass broke up. I don't like Big Cass. Corey Graves is a punk, in my opinion. Uh, Huge step down from Big Cass. And to me, she had a baby with that loser. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, Carmella is literal trash. She can't work a lick. Like my grandma said, never drew a dime. Trash person, as far as I'm concerned. Worthless in the ring, not a good character, does not deserve any belts. Um, Even if this were the 80s, but definitely the Mildred Burke days, somebody would have stretched her ass and exposed her. And she's not a good character. She does not have charisma. Not good at all. Now, again, moving on from Carmella, if Vince McMahon does make it out of this legal stuff and he does get another company, I've heard that it was a television company, not wrestling. Everyone's jumping the gun, say it'll be wrestling. TV company, I feel like he can hide a little better because I don't feel like a wrestling company, people are going to want to be associated with that. Whereas if he's the producer, they can always put him at the helm and kind of hide his involvement and like downplay it. Um, because, in my opinion, and my opinion only, like when I think of production companies, the only executive that I ever picture, well, okay, two. James Wan with Twisted Productions and Jason Blum from Blumhouse. Other than that, in my opinion solely, I think those are the only two that just first thing I think of come to mind. So I think TV would actually fit him personality wise because he's always said we're not wrestling, we're sports entertainment. Um, like he told Ted Turner, I'm not in the wrestling business. I'm in the entertainment business. And so again, now he could make his raunchy, sleazy, confrontational, fake bickering back and forth nonsense working on movies and TV shows. I think that's what he's wanted to do, been trying to do. Um, Now, again, I do blame Vince Russo for the Vince McMahon turn in his character, meaning in his booking style. And here's why. Wrestling to Vince McMahon was always pre-Attitude Era. You go and, we're putting on a wrestling show, we're in a wrestling ring, doing all this. Vince Russo came along, said, now we're going to turn into the Jerry Springer show. We're going to do this silly Crash TV nonsense. And Vince McMahon was always kind of a freak, sexual deviant, obviously. And he's like, wow, I don't have to hide my creepiness. I can just, play it off as, oh, it's just a show, just a character. It would be like Charles Manson writing a slasher movie and just be like, it's all entertainment. No, you're doing it because you led a cult of people and you were a murderer. That's same thing here. Like, yeah, it's entertainment. You making out with the divas. Like some writer was sitting there like, oh, then Vince did this. It's like, no, if the writers were doing it, it would be like, and Chuck Johnson grabbed Trish's boob. They wouldn't be like, and the old man who's 53 years old in the Attitude Era was doing this. You know what I mean? Like, they would have written themselves into a love scene with Trish Stratus or Candice Michelle. Let's not bullshit anybody. It was all him. It was all his idea. It ain't no fucking writer sitting there like, yeah, then they did this. No, that was him. Don't be stupid. If you believe that, I got a flipping bridge for you. Now, boys and girls, I have a request for you. Now, again, I'm sorry to keep muting the chat on here, but until I get the super stickers and make it a little more worth my while to have the chat on, I like just making videos. And I use Riverside, but I don't know, Riverside, when it works, it's fine. But lately, it'll say error and quit working, so I just use the live as a video. I wish they would have kept where you could just record your video and not have to upload it separately. It's a pain in the ass. But once you guys get me up to 500 or 1,000 subscribers, then maybe I'll turn on the chats, because then I'll have more incentive, because likes can turn to more money. And I want to do this full time. You know what I mean? Besides being a writer, because honestly, I want to talk to you guys about my fandom. I like pro wrestling. I like horror. I love writing horror. I love watching horror. Again, Halloween, The Conjuring, Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday 13th, Wishmaster, Puppet Master, Leprechaun, all that good crap. The Exorcist, The Omen. And I need your support, guys. You want to buy me a coffee? You want to, I don't know, go to my paypal.me. And if you don't want to do all that, you can go to Amazon. You can buy one of my books, How to Write a Killer Horror Movie Villain, Horror at Camp Howling Moon, all this fun crap. but I need your support. La 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 la. Don't